it's Jessica, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new L'Oreal Infallible Pro Contour Powders. They have 3 different shades of this. I bought mine in the shade Light, but they also have Medium and Deep if you are interested. It comes with this little brush that looks like a butterfly meant to kind of apply it that way. But let's go ahead and get into the demo of me applying this. I am wearing it today, and then we'll get into the pros and cons of this product. I'm not going to use the brush that came with it. You know, the idea is that you can just swipe right through there and then you get your contour and your highlight in the right spot. It might work, but the brush is so stiff, it kind of hurts my skin. So I'm going to use the normal brushes I always use. I love using this Bare Essentials Handy Buki. I've had this forever. So I'm going to use that in the contour shade. And I'm going to get enough on there and just kind of tap a little bit off. And then I'm just gonna place it where I want it. So you can already see there's a decent amount of pigment to it when you just place it right on. Then I'm gonna kind of wipe off what was on the brush and then just kind of really softly, I like to do circular motion, just kind of blend it. You don't wanna go too far in, you don't wanna go too far up, and you don't wanna go too far down. So just kind of right in the area you'd already put it in. So I actually think this is a decent shade for if you're like my skin tone, kind of light medium. I'm very picky about contour shades. I love the Kevyn Aucoin medium one, and I feel like it is very similar to that. So I'm again just kind of placing it, wiping off what's on the brush. And then, so the good news is, of course, I placed a lot on there. I know that today I'm going to be filming videos, so I want it to be just a little bit harsher than an everyday look. Not harsh, you guys know what I mean. But I think for every day, if you just get a little less on your brush, maybe even tap off on the, not just in the air, but on like a paper towel or something, and then place it in, it's gonna be a little bit lighter as well. So I'm gonna put a matte blush on just so that it doesn't mess with the highlight. I want you to be able to see what the highlight does. So I'm gonna use, I've had this for literally years. This is from The Balm in the shade Down Boy, one of my favorite blushes, and one of the first blushes I owned before I started a channel. So this is very pigmented, so you do have to kind of dap off a lot. Oh, dap? Yeah, sure, dap off. So just blending it back into that contour. You guys know I'm not a makeup artist, so it ain't gonna be perfect. I just love this shade. It's just such a nice light pink. I'll link it below since I'm mentioning it. I just think it's pretty. Okay, so let's move on. So the highlight shade, I'm just gonna use, this is an e.l.f. brush. I will link the name of it. It doesn't say the name. It's one of their new ones though, and I've been trying it out with highlight and I really like it. So I'm gonna get that yellowy highlight shade. I'm gonna get plenty on there, tap some off, and I'm just gonna place it where I want it and then just start kind of blending it. I kind of like to blend mine down just a little bit into that blush area to make it kind of look glistening, because I typically wear a shimmery blush anyway. I like shimmery blushes. So this does have some sheen to it. I mean, it is a highlight, but it's not like over the top. You know what I mean? I think it's just a really nice shade, actually. It's not blingy, but it does bring a little bit of light to that area. So right off the bat, the packaging, I like that it's got a mirror. However, I wish that, you know, the brush I'm not a big fan of. It's nice when you're in a pinch, or if you're not, you know, I'm a makeup junkie, so I have brushes for this, but I know that not everyone does. So for that purpose, it's nice that it comes with something. However, I almost wish it just came with just the powder and then it just closed, because this is so much wasted plastic. It's such a big thing for something that's just that. But shallowness aside, I actually really like these powders, especially the contour. I think the highlight is nice, but it's not anything to write home about. But I really like the contour shade. I've been wearing it for a couple weeks, and I've noticed that throughout a long work day, it stays where it is. And I keep, you know, every time I'll get in my car at the end of the work day, I'll look and think, no way, it's still gonna be there. And it always is. Now, it might be a little bit, not as perfect. I was gonna say splotchy, but it's not really splotchy. It's not as perfect as when I originally applied it, which I would say none of my makeup is, but it does stay in place. Now keep in mind, I'm typically wearing this with like a setting spray on top, so I think that does help with the longevity of it, but I was very impressed. If you haven't tried any contour palettes, this is a nice one to try. You know, it's no frills, which I kind of like because I think some contour palettes come with so many different things. You're like, I'm never going to use all of this. I can't travel with it because it's this big kit, you know. I like that about this. The price point's a little steep. It's $12.99, which I think for what this is, it should be max $8.99 because it's not, I mean, it's just 2 different powders and it's not even like a big pan of both. It's like a triangle of both. So if I were to have designed this, they would have been 2 separate shades, not in this triangle. I don't like that. But that aside, that would make it easier to get your brush into it as well. But clearly this was designed to go with the brush that it comes with. My final verdict on this, it's nice. Will I continue to use it? Yes. Will I probably use it till it's used up? Maybe the contour shade, probably not the highlight, because I've got many other drugstore highlights that I like so much more than this that I don't see myself reaching for that, but the contour I actually do like. So I would say this is for someone that maybe you don't already have a contour powder and you have a coupon for L'Oreal or there's a sale. This would be a great choice. Again, the deepest shade is not that deep. So, you know, the shade range is not very extensive by any means. I hate when I have reviews like this where I'm kind of wishy-washy, where it's not like the most amazing thing I've ever tried, but it's not terrible. So I just feel wishy-washy and I hate presenting that to you guys because I feel like I'm like failing you. I need like a definitive, but that's just how I feel about it. Hopefully you found this review helpful, and if you are interested in my other drugstore reviews of so many other drugstore makeup products, I will link my playlist below. I hope that you'll subscribe and catch my other makeup videos, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.